Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. If y'all seen that, that was a graduation of Caucasian women showing off their ring. And I think this is a common thing called ring by spring. And the reason I'm making this video today because I've seen a lot of people have outraged or have concerns or talking down on the concept of ring by spring. I see a lot of black women wondering why they're not getting married when they're in college or the ring by spring culture. In our culture now it's become, baby mama culture. It's okay, just go out here, fuck, have sex, have kids, kick the man at the house, live off the government. And I'm trying to figure out how so many women meet deadbeat daddies. If y'all know the story of the three men in Tennessee that got 46 different women pregnant, and I think they have like 89 children collectively. Chase said right. Collectively, I don't understand why baby mama culture is a thing in our community. We need to I want to release black women from the depths of hell when it comes to this baby mama culture and what they think is cool and not cool, or not wanting to get married, as if now I guess the men are the ball and chain. Men are so abusive, and they're gonna beat your ass, and they're not going to work. They're going to be lazy. They're going to be playing video games all day. They're not going to help you. We have this thing now, married single mother, the goofiest terms ever that I see come out of our women mouth. You're married single mother, the goofiest shit ever, real goofy. And like I said, that video that I played was a video of women graduating with rings on their finger because black women have been asking, why isn't that the same reality for black women to be married by spring? I'm going to play another video of a woman talking about her um her life when it comes to ring by spring and who was telling her not to do it. Let me show y'all.
So I keep seeing this trending post that says black women are arguing about 50-50, while white women are married by the time they're 24 in a nice home. Bingo! Someone finally figured out what's going on here. It's so true. Black women are over here doing 50-50, arguing about who should take care of what, taking care of their kids and their household, being with a spouse who's doing not even half, not even one fourth, and then discouraging other black women who are happy and want to get married. I got married at 21, and most of the people who were discouraging and not happy for me were black people. Black women, black men, people just weren't excited for me. But a lot of other family and friends who weren't black were more excited for me. I went to a PWI, and most of the girls were engaged by 21 or married. A lot of people got married later. I know this is because I went to a Christian university, but a lot of people got married later. I'm sure like 23, 24, but they were married like by the time they were in their mid 20s, and our community is not that way. Anyways, marriage has been a great blessing and gift to me. I've been able to go to school full time while barely working. At this point, I'm not working at all. My husband's taking care of those things while I'm taking care of my mental health and school and some things in the home.
It's crazy how this woman right here can find a man that lets her sit at home and work, and she can take care of her mental health and go to school and all and take care of household activities. But when it comes to our women, it's an issue. I've been watching for a long time. Thanks, bro. But I'm just trying to figure out. Y'all let me know where we went wrong, because we all know women hold the gateway to sex. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to figure something out real quick. G Money Rager. What's up, bro? But yeah, like I was saying, I'm just trying to figure out why this woman can find somebody. But when I hang out with men, I don't see the deadbeat dads that a lot of women are talking about. Most of the time, when I see hear men talking about their kids and having issues with their baby mothers, typically the mother doesn't want to let the father see that baby. Or I had a friend. Let me tell y'all a story. I had a friend who had two children. Him and his wife were going through a divorce, and while they were going through a divorce, she would do a lot of dumb stuff and always demand money and hold the kids for ransom basically. So she would say, give me this money or you can't see your children. So he would give her money or whatever, play along, whatnot, because she didn't have him on child support at the time. And one day he went to her house and she was upset about something. I think he had a new girlfriend or something. She was upset about that. And when he got there to pick up the kids, she called the police on him and tried to act like he was trying to kidnap his own kids. And to that day, after that day, he put himself on child support so he could get visitation of his own children. These are the things and the situations that I'm hearing from a lot of men. Um, let's see what G Money said. We lost the brotherhood. Once us men stay on your square, the pieces will fit. I agree. Because baby mama culture is running roughshod over our community and nobody wants to speak on it, nobody wants to talk about it. We can't, at this point it's not even a woman's fault because a lot of men are having sex with these women and getting these women pregnant because we see the mindsets of women. We see that a lot of these women crazy, dealing with mental issues. A lot of men are saying, "Hey, y'all sick," but y'all acting like y'all don't know y'all sick, and it's pointless to talk to these type of women. So much so that you have things like passport bros where men are going overseas to get away from the women here that's easier to access. Women are saying that men are broke to fly overseas. Do you know how much money a plane ticket is to go to a Belize, to go to Japan, to go to these other places and these other countries and live there for months on end? That's not some broke people shit. It's I want to spend my money where I feel like I'm liked a little bit, loved a little bit more, get along with someone a lot easier, someone that's not combative. People don't talk about that. What do you want to say? Yeah, I lived for it 15 years. That's how it really goes down. You're speaking facts. Facts. We need to be responsible with our own seeds because they're our children, not theirs. Food for thought. I agree. They just an incubator, but men are so sex driven nowadays, um, and not being responsible with their seed or with their life, or understanding how these women play games and using the court system against you. Just think about if you don't pay child support, they put you in jail. How the fuck I'm gonna pay child support if I'm in jail? Answer that question.
Anyways, I just wanted to end this on a high note too. You can find a marriage where you're happy and taken care of and not doing 50-50. There are men that want to give you, do you hear me? Want to give you that life. Just change what you expect and accept. Stop expecting and accepting less. And so I keep seeing this trending post that says,
I agree with her 100%. There are men that will give you what you're looking for and what you want out of life. We have to stop this notion that if you're married, get married, it's a sentence on death row. It's not a sentence on death row. Oh shit, hold on. It's not a sentence on death row. Let's look at this video here.
Of a group of white girls who were sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the
I'm at work. I'm a little dusty from chocolate. I work in food science. But this is stupid. And I'm assuming this is like the ring by spring kind of girls, the conservative girls who get married right after graduation. And I always, obviously these people are getting married to have sex, to not have the sin of like premarital sex.
I'm gonna say something. She said these people are getting married to not have the sin of premarital sex. Okay, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with having sex for the first time in a marriage? I don't understand. A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people are having sex with no type of commitment. The only commitment they leaving it with a wet ass and a baby. So I don't understand why that's an issue if they decide to get married just to have sex. People have sex for a lot less reasons. But you mean to tell me because people are trying to do it right? Because traditionally, most people didn't have sex until they were married in a traditional sense. So why is this an issue now? And you can see this type of woman and who's speaking against, ring by spring.
Sex. So they'll get married just to have sex. And then they'll have children. And most of those people will be divorced by 27 years old. But of course, you're not going to say that. Black women are the most educated group of people in this country, but you're not going to talk about that. Is this what we're supposed to be jealous of?
Bruh, we talk about black women being the most educated people in America so much. We hear it all the time. And it's a never ending cycle, with y'all using this same talking point about being educated. The thing is, just look at the women who are the most educated and tell me, do these women have a life that you want to duplicate? Do these women have a life that you want to mimic? Do these women look happy? When you walk down the street and you see these educated women, they got mean mugs on their face. They don't want to smile. And like I said, I hear a lot of women say, I don't owe you a smile. True, but why are you looking so mean? Why you why are you in Target looking at the grapes with a mean mug when you trying to decide if you're gonna buy them or not? Like, this is your day-to-day life. Why can't you be pleasant? Why can't you be easy? Why can't you be graceful? I'm trying to figure out what is the issue with a person getting married to have sex. Y'all say y'all the most educated, but it's like the more educated y'all become, the dumber y'all get. The more educated y'all become, the dumber y'all get. Because only y'all are the group of women that say, I'm gonna get educated and not get married. I'm gonna put marriage off to 30 years old, 35 years old. Only women now that's thinking about freezing their eggs is black women. Being Mary Jane fucked y'all up because when y'all seen Mary Jane start freezing her eggs and take that man's sperm and put it in the freezer, y'all trying to mimic that too. Like, we do a lot of ass backwards things. And honestly, since technology is typically in a woman's favor with abortion and shit now, I think a lot of men should go to sperm banks, put your sperm in a cup, like 3 different samples, 10 different samples, however many you need to have in the sperm bank, and go get a vasectomy. And then you can choose how you want to move. That way you won't ever have any slip ups to get the wrong woman pregnant. It will be a conscious decision for you and this woman to go down to the sperm bank and you figure out, hey, yeah, I want you to have my child. Instead of you going out here freely, just having sex all willy nilly with anybody and then getting them pregnant. You should just go to a sperm bank, have your sperm, like I said, on deck, however many they said you need, just keep it there. And like I said, when you get ready to have a child, you should go to the sperm bank.
Of and look up to a bunch of 18.
But how do you know these people are going to be divorced by 27? That's the question. How do you know these people are going to be divorced by 27? Because the video that I played at the beginning was from women at a Christian school, and studies show that if you are heavily religious, your chances for a divorce go down tremendously. Money, having over 200 something thousand dollars, and a strong religious backing keeps you from being divorced. Makes your divorce go down significantly.
Like not 18-year-olds, but like a bunch of young people getting married. That's the thing. I used to work at a doctor's office as a phlebotomist, excuse me, a few years ago. And every single woman that I used to every older woman who came in who were married, some divorced, some not. They would ask me, "Are you married?" I would say no. "Do you have children?" I would say no. And what? Guess what they would say? Good. Don't. Even women who are married now say, "I love my husband," or
You know what they probably telling you not to get married? I'm just looking at you. You probably were not suited to be married. They're not telling you not probably not to get married because they're having a tumultuous time or it's work or it's hard or it's not fun. They're probably telling you not to get married by looking at you, by talking to you, seeing how you carry yourself.
I love my partner, but if something were to happen between us, I'm not doing this again. Y'all make it seem like marriage is the ultimate.
Maybe they think they're not going to do it again because that's their soulmate. Who knows? Maybe that's why they're telling you I'm not doing this again if something was to happen to my husband because I love my husband dearly. Another man cannot fill the shoes of my husband. Another man cannot come into my husband's house after my husband passes. Another man can't love me the way my husband loves me. Another man can't treat me the way my husband loves me. But it's because she says she's not going to do it again. That means marriage is bad. Come on, dog.
That's the only thing you can go out for. I see a bunch of black women on my timeline going out, going, getting their degrees, finishing up their degrees, going back to school, going to vacations, having
Hey,
great,
G Money,
amazing
thank you, bro.
apartments,
Thank you a lot.
working on their mental health, which a lot of black women are doing, which you said they don't. You make it seem like these young girls, these black women, are just spreading their legs like spatchcock chickens. And that is far from the truth. The minority of women who are out here being like gold diggers, that doesn't make the majority of black women. A small minority of.
Hold on. First of all, you said these women ain't spreading them legs. Man, they popping that cootie pop. I don't care what y'all saying. I was a nigga out there in them streets, and I'm telling y'all, first date, they want to have sex with me faster than I want to have sex with them. So to say that the women out here just busting it open, that's a lie. Hell, you got to understand, you got so a baby is a timestamp of where you were in life and who you was dealing with in life. So you got so many women with multiple baby daddies that's showing us that hey, you had sex with at least 3 different men, 4 different men, got pregnant by all these different men. None of you mean to tell me you did this 3 4 times with this many different men and all of my deadbeats? You mean to tell me your vagina only attract deadbeats? Your vagina only attract niggas that beat you up. Your vagina only attract niggas that want to play video games and couch surf. That's what you telling me. And you mean to tell me y'all women out here having sex without vetting men and actually because the women I always say, well, you never know who you're dating. You never know who you're dating. Well, what did you ask him what job he had? Did you ask him what kind of family he comes from? Did you meet his family before you had sex? Did you see that maybe 2 of his sisters have one eye, or his mother has a elbow growing out of her back? You just never know because you got to have kids, so that might spread to you genetically. A lot of people don't even go this far to see if they want to procreate with somebody. You don't even get to meet the family to see if the family has a high IQ. You don't meet the family to see is this a family of murderers? Oh, where your dad at? Oh, he's in jail. Then you find out the uncle in jail. Oh, well, all these people in jail for? Well, they're murderers. Oh, wow. Well, maybe I should know that before I have a child with them. Hey, you were touched as a kid? Okay. Well, your mom was touched as a kid too? Oh, so you have a family full of pedophiles. Okay, now I don't want to have a child with you. Like y'all don't do any vetting processes when it comes to dating. Y'all out here just saying, "Oh, well, you just never know who you're dealing with. You never know who you date or you're dating." When this is a famous line. You never know who you're dating until you have kids by them. So you mean to tell me you didn't know who you was having sex with? So you decided to have a kid, and now you think you found out who you're dating? That's a weird mindset to have. Y'all don't even ask these niggas what jobs they have. Y'all don't even ask to look at check stubs. Y'all, oh, that's too much to ask. Because I hear this a lot too from women. I don't want to ask a lot of a man because I'm scared I'm going to run him off. So you scared to ask a lot from a man or ask a lot of questions to see if you're vetting a good man to have sex with, to have kids with, or to even just get married to. But you're willing to have a child by a man that you're scared to run off. If you're scared to run him off, you should. That's probably not the man for you. Because a man that's open, honest, and wants to be with you is open to all questioning. Is not doesn't have anything to hide. I can show you where I live. I can show you where I work. I can show you what I drive. I can show you my mother. I can show you my father. I can show you where I come from. It's not difficult.
Them are going out here and getting men to pay for this and that, but the rest of these girls are working. They're going to school. They are about something. And then you mentioned welfare or child support, as if what does that have to do with this conversation? And I love these new young girls who just see this, they set their sights on a goal and they go for it, as if white women are not on welfare, as if white women don't put their husbands on child support. The way that some of these white women get treated by their husbands on here, we see them getting treated like shit constantly on here. And that's the standard that you want us to look up to?
And see, this is what I hate about a lot of stuff when it comes to like podcasts or listening to people's talking points because it's always an extreme. It's always an extreme. Why can't you meet a man that's deeply and madly in love with you, that treats you nice, caters to your every need, gives you the option to work if you want to? You don't have to argue about 50-50. Prepares a home for you and your children. He's nice and loving, and you're nice and loving. And it's loving family, loving environment. Your kids go to the school of y'all picking, and money's never an issue. But it's always the women that we see, they get treated like shit. You mean the one woman that you saw, the two women that you saw? Because I know that people typically are friends with people that look like them. Even though we like to say interracial dating, black men still marry black women at 90% of the time. And I think black women marry black men at an even higher rate. So it's like, what are you talking about? How do you even know what's going on in the lives of white people if it's not for social media? The same shit that y'all complain about how white people get to know black people, y'all are doing the same thing. Black people complain about white people getting to know them through the news. So you think everybody that flashes across the news is a murderer, thief, drug dealer because they flash this picture up and it's the only time that you see black people is on the news? Or what about in movies? New Jack City, or they always portraying a black guy to be the drug dealer or the bad guy or the thug or the rapper or the hoodlum or something like that, when we could be doctors. You got Ben Carson's out here. You got Dr. Sabi's out here. But it's always an extreme. Always, it's never down the middle. Like, yeah, you could meet you a great guy. You could potentially meet you a great, decent guy.
Because they have a ring on? Madness.
Of a group of white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the...
I'm at work.
And this is the thing that we don't talk about enough, like I say. Excuse me. We just have to be better as people. That's just what it boiled down to. Because we keep getting this, oh, marriage is this, marriage is that, from a lot of people that ain't never been married, from a lot of people who are looking through the lenses of social media, movies, television shows, who actually don't even know what it takes to be married. They don't know what it takes to be married. And I'm a firm believer that only 5% of people need to be married. I'm gonna say it again. I think only 5% of people need to be married, and only 10% of those people, only 10% of those people Only 10% of those people need to have kids. So I'm finna play a video from Lala Anthony. See what she has to say about marriage. Since she's, newly divorced. But you need to get that man his last name back.
The measure of success in relationships is like getting married.
But do you feel like not getting married is the easy way out? Meaning, when you first get married, and let's say you and Mello, or me and Gil, or Charlemagne and his wife, when y'all have problems, you're married. Y'all have to work through it. It's not like you can say, I'm out, I'm one. Y'all have to work through it. You're married. So there's going to be good times and bad times.
Through sickness and in health.
But if you're not married and somebody gets on your nerves, you could just be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it. I'm out. So it doesn't make the relationship as strong because there's nothing binding to you, because it's almost like I could be out when I want to be out.
Right. But for a lot of people, they'll say that the reason that they don't just want to be out is because it's a business agreement. There's paperwork between the two of you. So if I get out, now I got to deal with splitting assets or anything like that, or dealing with lawyers and paperwork, and people don't want to do that. So it's like, is it a union of love, and like Charlemagne just said, till death do us part, or is it a piece of paper that's binding two people? I always say marriage is really easy to get in and really hard to get out. People are not feeling like the measure of success.
And that's why I disagree, because I feel like they letting people get out of marriage really, really easy. Really, really easy.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie.
Not a goal for people. I don't hear people who aren't married.
Let's play this other video from Lala.
How people are just not checking for marriage anymore. Let's get into it.
I feel like currently marriage is not a goal for people. I don't hear people who aren't married saying like, I want to get married. You just start hearing it less and less. Like before that was a goal, like before social media and just the way people interact now. I'm not in conversations with people who are talking about like, I can't wait to meet someone and get married. Now people say, yeah, I want to meet somebody, be in a relationship, have this bond, but I don't need the marriage piece to feel like it's successful.
I understand what Lala is saying, right? Because I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people that have been married before and divorced or widowed or whatever, they say they would never get married again. I get that. I totally understand it. What do you think about that? Speaking of marriages and staying in it, Amy Robach probably now feels like that's where she should have stayed. As you can see, she's traveling alone right now. So she's on her way out of New York City after she says she's been blindsided by yet another woman that has come forward saying that she's had relations with TJ. Man, all I'm saying is it's karma. Just get into it and ride with it.
They say how you get them is how you lose them. This is what they say now. How you get them is how you lose them. You got to understand, in our community, the Black community, and I don't know about, because people say you always talk about Black women. Well, that's all I date, and that's all I have dated. I have never been in a relationship with any other woman besides a Black woman, unless they were like mixed. I've dated like a Puerto Rican and Black, and a Asian and Black, and a Black and white girl. But typically, looks, they look Black, they act Black, they background Black, and like I said, they have that Black in them. And I would say we have to do better with the idea and the concepts of marriage. I think marriage is not hard, and I say this to a lot of people. People say marriage is hard, marriage is work, marriage is this and that or whatever. But marriage ain't hard. People make marriage hard, and what I mean by that, typically when they say marriage is hard, it's because they're selfish. Marriage ain't hard. People make marriage hard because they're selfish. What I mean by that, marriage isn't hard for someone like me because I'm not a selfish person, but it might be hard for the guy that wants to stay out all night or chase and run 20, 30 women It might be hard for the woman who wants to go on girl trips with her home girls or friends when she wants to or when they call, but she can't do that because she has children. But if she does decide to do that, that would technically be hard and make her marriage hard. Or marriage, people say marriage is hard because you want to move and this person doesn't want to move, or you want this job but it's not conducive for your lifestyle, or you want this career path and you have to sacrifice and do X, Y, and Z, or you want to go and get this degree and this degree doesn't align with your children going to daycare or your husband or the time spent, or you want to travel like you want to. Like I said, it's a lot of things that go into marriage, but marriage typically is not hard. It's a lot of selfish people that are getting married, and that's why I say only 10% of people should be married, because so many people are selfish. So many people want to do them. So many people live in their truth. They don't live in the truth. They live in their truth. Even when you talk to a person or a woman or a man, typically women, they always have the same talking points of why they got divorced or why they ended the relationship. Nothing is ever shocking or like, wow, I've never heard that being the reason why you break up. Most of the reasons people get divorced is because of money. A lot of people don't even talk about finances, credit scores, where you at, what goals you're trying to reach. How does that align with our lifestyle? What do kids play a part in this? Do you plan on going back to school to get another degree? How much money are you in debt for your loans? Do you think you'll ever pay them back off? Like when you get attached to them people, marriage people, a lot of those debts become your debts. You have to take them on because you might want your wife or your husband credit to stay good, or your having good credit is a lifeline, because you never know when the AC unit are going to go out and you got to go and put the AC unit on credit or something like that. Like these are things that people don't talk about or discuss when it comes to marriage. It's always the same people with the same talking points in marriage. And I want to tell people like marriage ain't hard at all. It when they say work, nigga, I do the same shit every day when it comes to marriage with being married. The same shit every fucking day. Ain't nothing hard about that. Then nothing gets difficult about that. The only time I feel it gets difficult is when I want to do something that I want to do that my wife may not agree with or it doesn't agree with the family. Just selfish shit, pretty much. Marriage is a selfless act. It's an act of servitude. Like you really have to be willing to serve that person, cater to that person, love that person, be patient with that person, take time with that person, and understand you have to actually talk to people other than your spouse before getting married, just about the nature of things, the nature of women. You need to study women. You need to look at women. You need to listen to women to see what problems you're going to have. You need to have some good female friends. Nobody that you're sexually attracted to. Nobody. It will probably be good to have an ugly female friend to have these conversations with, to actually understand women, how women move, what makes them tick, how they operate. And also, you should not try to make a woman happy. Never in your marriage try to go out there and make a woman happy, because at the end of the day, that relationship is going to fail because you cannot make women happy. Point blank, period. You can't. And another thing in this red pill space, a lot of men try to say they don't want to get married because the laws, and then you have other people that pretty much still have girlfriends, live with them, and do all this other shit with, and they still are pretty much married and still dealing with the same shit they tell you they're trying to avoid or trying to get you to avoid. A lot of these niggas are niggas that get money and then want to give relationship advice as if they was always the man, as if they was always getting women, as if they was always getting a lot of cootie pop, but they wasn't. That's equivalent to women getting BBLs and start doing fitness reviews or workout videos or trying to sell workout products and stuff. Like, baby, you didn't work for that. You went to the doctor and they gave you that. And now you want to tell people that you're doing fitness reviews. Same thing with men with money. Oh, now you're a man with money. Now you the love coach. You're gonna give men game on how women work. No, dog, they don't work like that. Like you have to show and prove. Let me see your background. Who you was him before you was, getting the money. Get into the bag. But a lot of niggas don't talk about that. Like I tell men, like it's certain women that I'm not gonna deal with. I don't date baby mamas. Like that's one thing I've never done. Not dating a baby mama. Why would I? Like, why would I think that would be conducive to my life, letting another man have say so over my household? Like he could literally tell his son, you don't have to listen to Cedric, and then come in the house and throw a temper tantrum, and now I can't discipline him because he's not my child. I don't want beef with the daddy, and then the mama's protecting the child because he's not my child. Like I could never date a woman that has kids, but a lot of men do it. I think baby mamas are low hanging fruit, but that's my opinion. Baby mamas are definitely low hanging fruit, but we don't talk about that. Baby mamas are low hanging fruit. That's why a lot of men have sex with women like that. A lot of men end up in relationships because they end up being the second baby daddy, and they don't want to leave their child with that woman because sometimes a lot of men see how that woman raises the first child. They don't talk about that. A lot of men are the second baby daddy by accident. So instead of leaving his child to fend for himself, he just decides to make a relationship or a house or a home with that woman. That's why you shouldn't even have sex with a woman that has kids. And if you find out the woman that has kids has her first baby daddy on child support, you need to run. You need to run. The ring by spring. Hopefully, it'll be a meteorite to hit this planet, and so we can start over. Because it's really about that time. Like we so far gone, we need something drastic or catastrophic to put us back on course. Because COVID didn't do its job. COVID did not do its job. You got women out here doing stuff like this. Let me show y'all.
Let me see you get high and go low. Now, girl.
All right, I'm sorry. I have to put my 2 cents in it. I saw you in Miami's interview with Trina talking about golden showers. Shout outs to all my bitches that love their golden showers. I personally love my I am team golden showers. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You can't do that with everybody though. It has to be somebody that you really fuck with, like somebody that you really are into, somebody that you really like. But I don't mind getting a little pee on me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll take a little slap on you, you know what I'm saying? Don't judge me. And if you do, I don't give a fuck. Because that's not going to stop me from having my golden showers. But like I said, that doesn't go for everybody. You really have to fuck with that person. But I don't mind, getting a little pee on. It's a little sexy. Give me some of that.
We got women out here talking about golden shower before they talking about getting a ring on. Just think about that. Women out here talking about getting peed on and golden showers and all of these sexual escapades, but you mean to tell me talking about getting a ring is an issue? You mean to tell me these women are talking about getting peed on, golden showers, all of their sexual escapades, but when it comes to getting married and having a family, it's an issue? That's how this is the motherfucking upside down. So many women out here want to put their coochie in the camera, twerk, have their sons singing songs talking about I'm gay. Yes, if y'all haven't seen that video, it's a viral video of a woman and her son in the bathroom, and and both of them are singing "I'm gay," whatever the song is saying. But getting married and starting a family is an issue. This is wild. This is a wild time we're living in. It's baffling. It's scary. It's baffling and it's scary. Hey, if y'all watching this, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Please share it. I'm trying to build my channel and my page up. Subscribe to the channel if you can, please. Share the video. Give us some likes. That would be greatly appreciated. But I'm gonna say this one more time and I'm gonna dip. Y'all got women out here. We got women out here that's talking about golden showers, which is being peed on, sexual escapades, men making sure they have big Peter whackers, women putting their coochie in the camera, twerking, and all of that is cool. But where the line is drawn is when people are talking about marriage and starting a family and putting careers first. That is when there is an issue for women. That shit is wild and it is crazy. It is the new normal podcast. We gone.